What's up, my friends? It is Pete back here. Wanted to make a video talking about waking up early. Just my experiences. If you've been following me on Snapchat, you know I've been doing this for like maybe 3 months now, I think, waking up early. And someone asked me just what are my experiences on it, why did I start doing it, and they kind of said they wanted to do it themselves. So I just thought I'd make a video just to talk about kind of my experiences with it. So the reason why I started waking up early was because I went through kind of a down period at work, right? It was maybe last year things were going great. We killed it. First time ever really having some kind of big successes in business. And things were going amazing. I started partying. I was going out. I was all the time. I was gaining a lot of weight. And then at the end of the year, something happened and everything just died. Right, everything died, and I was stuck with this kind of really big debt that was just totally out of the blue that I didn't even see coming. It was just from advertising spend, and revenue didn't line up. At the end of the year, it was like, oh, you are this much under, I mean, after you've been paid and stuff like that. So you gotta repay some stuff, but also at the same time, a big business opportunity we were running, something happened with one of our partners, and they just had to stop working, and it kind of left me in a little hole. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. So maybe like 3 months went by when the things that I were trying for some reason would just fall apart. It wasn't really working, and I was having a hard time kind of put it together. And I knew I had gained so much weight, and I was like, you know what, man, like, I gotta get my shit back together. I was thinking this to myself. I was like, I really gotta get my shit back together. I wanna get back to where I used to be, because the whole way I even got here was 4 years ago. I used to do this, maybe 3 years ago. I used to do this thing where I was up every morning and I was studying and I was killing it. I learned it from Tony Robbins, and that gave me so much momentum in life to just like read all these motivational books in the morning and all this stuff. And I really fell in love with it, and it gave me so much momentum that I wanted to get back at it again. I knew I had done this before, right? I had done this from going in kind of a state where I'm kind of fucking it up to, okay, let's pull your shit together. Let's get back on the morning routine. So I decided I was gonna commit to this. I was like, man, I partied for the last 3 months. The next 3 months, I'm just gonna go in this hyperbolic time chamber type thing. You know, if you overwatch like Dragon Ball Z, the guy just like, he just goes in some fucking hyperbolic time chamber and he just gets shredded and just fucking comes out and whatever. That's what I like to call this thing. It's like I take a break from kind of all the things I was doing before, and I just like to sit down and just go super, super, super hard in studying or trying to solve a problem or maybe solve a goal. And waking up early is my favorite fucking thing in the whole wide world. And here's why, right? Because first off, here's the benefits of fucking waking up early. It's so easy to habitualize all your stuff, to nail fucking habits every single day. Because when you wake up, you can set up this morning ritual. If you, like, Google that shit, morning ritual, morning routine. It is so powerful. And like, if you try to go to the gym after you work, like after you get off work, then all this random shit happens and you end up fucking, it's hard to stay consistent. If you do something in the morning, you can be consistent every single day. And on top of that, you have like massive willpower when you're doing stuff in the morning. Here, check this out. We just got like this fucking cool little sunset going on out here. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Sorry, distracted for a second. Yeah, waking up morning is fucking awesome because everything is super consistent. And on top of that, you have like a ton of willpower in the morning. You know how you get off work and there's all these things, these responsibilities you want to do, but you can't do them? It's because you're fucking out of willpower. It's willpower is this whole thing where it's like you can only work for so long, and then like you kind of drain this little battery inside of you. When you wake up in the morning, you can fucking get some serious shit done, like really well. Anyway, my experience is I get a lot of serious shit done when I wake up in the morning. It is the absolute best time for me. And if you want to know the time, I've been waking up at like 4:45 now, and I fucking love it, right? Because I usually, gym is at 4:30. The gym opens here, the gym opens at 7:30, so I have to be there at 7:30, and then I go to work at like maybe 9:30, usually by the time I actually get there. But I usually sit down and I have this routine that I do that's been working really well. I read a topic. I've been doing a bunch of shit, man. First off, what's been working really well is this little habit tracker here. And I had another one for waking up early. But essentially, I have my habits that I'm tracking, and I just mark a little checkbox every time I do it. So for the gym, I don't know if you can see it here. I had to break it down with weeks. I was doing it like this before. I have one for studying advertising, which isn't going as well. And then I have one for hypnosis, which is going pretty well. I'm 3 weeks into that. And then I'm like, these are all weeks here. So I went to the gym, whatever. You get the idea. You wake up, if you do it, you just mark the thing off. And it's amazing having this thing in your living room. Or at least I've had a really good experience at having it in my living room because it's enabled me to see it all the time. Out of sight, out of mind. This is on top of my mind all the time. I always roll over here. I'm like, oh, fuck, how many times did I go to the gym this week? Okay, last week I only went to the gym 2 times. But the week before that, I went 5 times. And the week before that, I did 3. So everything, like, I can see it really well as far as what I'm doing. What other my experience has been? It's super easy, man. I know it's hard to wake up at the beginning, but there's this app I use called Sleep Cycle, I think what it's called. And then just you put it on the side of your bed and it wakes you up at the right time and you just feel great. It wakes you up at the right time, so you feel really good. So what else? I'm trying to think of my other experiences. If you want to do it, man, you don't have to do it forever. Here's the trick. At the beginning, it's kind of tough. What you'll experience, there's this idea about paying the switch costs. You know, everyone knows habits take whatever 14 days to develop, but habits really start to form in like one moment, and that's the moment when you don't want to do something, but you decide to do it anyway. It usually happens between like the 4th or the 5th day. You can see it on the advertising one, studying advertising. I gotta change my mind about it because I'm like, before I was like, okay, I want to be this badass advertiser. I'm going to just fucking study every single day. And then I don't know, I've changed my mind. A lot of my success in advertising has come from kind of swiping other people's stuff or studying people who are actually killing it in my industry, kind of modeling the people where I want to be. That's where a lot of my success comes from, those ideas, and then kind of evolving off of that. I don't know, but I'm going to decide on that later. Anyway, waking up early, I fucking love it, man. You don't have to do it forever. Just do it for a little while. Read some good personal development books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, or Think and Grow Rich, or Psycho-Cybernetics, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I just read this amazing fucking book. It's called Love Yourself. It's kind of crazy, but there's a lot to it. Anyway, I'm kind of venting right now. The whole idea is on my experiences of waking up early. It works really well every day. It gets kind of it's this free time you have with yourself to work on whatever you want. You're full of energy to focus on it. So yeah, if you work at 9, fucking try waking up at 5. You know, try waking up at 6 and just make it a habit, man. Waking up early has really done very well for me. I still do it. I did it today. I was up at 4:30, you know, grinding away. And yeah, man, if you have any more questions, let me know. Leave a comment about what your fucking habits are. Tell me what your habits are going on, you know. If you have any other experiences you want me to talk about, just let me know. Anyway, signing off. Peace.